I can't even think of anything that gets cut right. Grass can get cut in, right? All right, let me preface this, young fifth graders who are at the infancy of their mathematical lives. I will tell you, I tell the sixth graders this all the time, as the seventh graders, okay? It is important to write this down in your notes. Because on the quiz, I will ask you a question that all you have to do is look in your notes and write down the exact words I tell you. It's not a complicated process. It's very simple. It's an easy way to get a good grade. You just open up to the word. I will ask you, is a number divisible by this? Or I say, how do you know if a number is divisible by this? You really need to look in your notes, because if you don't, you're just going to say, well, I divided it. And I'm going to say, well, no, that just is not going to cut the mustard. And where does that come from? Who cuts mustard? Colin, have you ever cut mustard? Cut the cheese, I'll bet you've done. But cut the mustard, probably not so much. All right. What does it mean, divisibility? Ladies and gentlemen, divisibility simply means is, can you evenly divide a number by a number? Okay, which it's hard to explain, but it'll be easy once you see what we talk about here. Here is your for example, and write this down kind of pretty much exactly as I have it here. And you'll go, yeah, that makes sense. A number is divisible by, and I'm going to put a colon there. And I know in English a colon means what's going to happen. Nathan?
A list.
I'm going to give you a list of things. That's why rather than you write down that a number is divisible by 8,000 times, you're just going to write it down once. For example, here we go. The first one, a number is divisible by 2. Circle that so you know that. How do you know if 2 goes evenly into any number? 2 is the easiest one of all. You know, when you divide this type of number by 2, you will never get a remainder. That's really what we're looking for. It goes evenly into it. Victoria says,
because it's an even number.
yes, it's divisible by 2 if it is even. And examples of that would be, 1,760. It's even, ends with a 0, so 2 goes evenly into it. 17 is not even, it's odd. 2 does not go into 17, blah, blah. That's the easy one. I started you off with an easy one. So on a quiz, if I asked you, how do you know if a number is divisible by 2, you would just write, if it is even. Easy answer. Now, here comes one that's not quite so hard. How do you know if a number is divisible by 3? How do you know, and by the way, never give me the answer when you divide it out. If you don't get a remainder, it's divisible by 3. Yes, that's not where we're going with here, because that really doesn't make a lot of sense to tell you that, because everybody that's kind of like oversimplified there. Frankie!
If it's odd.
17. Does 3 go into 17 evenly? No. Odd is not the answer to this one. I'd be surprised if you knew the answer to this one. Brian?
If it's a factor of 3?
For example?
Like 3 times 6?
But that's not a number. So I don't know. What's a factor of 3? Factors of 3 are 1 and 3. That's the only, 3 only has 2 factors, 1 and 3. You may be saying if it's a multiple by 3, but that doesn't do you any good, because any number that's divisible by something is a multiple of it. That wouldn't help you out. For example, I'm asking you this. 111. I want to be able to look at that right away and say, does 3 go into 111? I don't know. Well, here's the check. And this is what you would write down if I put this on the quiz. A number is divisible by 3 if, you just write this down, the sum of the digits. Again, that won't make any sense to you right now, but if you write that on your quiz, you will get the answer right. What sum of the digits means is this. What that means is this. You add all digits together, and divide by 3 if that, I'm going to write the word quotient here because that's the answer to our algebra. If that quotient is divisible by 3, so is the original number. A lot of words, not that hard. And this is where examples come in really, really handy. By the way, on a quiz, you would just have to write this. This is what that all means. You don't have to write all of this. Write this. You ready for the answer to that here? Let's look at 111. Sum of the digits means this. You add these 3 digits together, 1 plus 1 plus 1. Those are the 3 digits you're adding together. You get 3. If 3 goes into that answer, then 3 also goes into 111. And since 3 goes evenly into 3, 111 can be divided by 3. To which you're saying, well, prove that. There you go. 111, let's divide 3 into it. 3 goes into 11 3 times, that's 9. I subtract, I get 21. 3 goes into 21 7 times. 3 times 7 is 111. 11 can be divided by 3. It's a quick way to tell, and later on you'll need this just because it makes your life easier. How about 222? Can you divide 222 by 3, yes or no? Don't shake your head yes or no until you try the sum of the digits there, Marilyn. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is? Does 3 go into 6? Yes, then 3 goes into 222. How about 758? 758, does 3 go into 758? Well, you'd add 7 plus 5 plus 8. 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 8 is 20. Does 3 go into 20? It do not. This is not divisible by 3. How about that? The kids are learning something incredibly exciting today. I'm not sure you'll be able to sleep with all this knowledge tonight, but hey, why not? Now some easier ones. 5. 5 is an easy one. How do you know if something is divisible by 5? 5 goes into every number that, Tyler.
Ends in a 0 or a 5.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple one. Ends in 0 or 5. That's a pretty simple one, you know. 170 ends in a 0. 300 or 3,655. Yes, because it ends with a 5. 242. No, ends with a 2. All right, ready for another earth-shattering one? Why not? No, here we go. 6. A number is divisible by 6. Anybody want to jump on that one? Let's see if anybody knows. You want to take a stab at it? Frankie says.
If it's the sum of digits.
Nope, 6 is not a sum of the digits. It won't work. The sum of the digits doesn't work. Victoria.
If it ends in 4 or 0.
If it ends in a 4 or a 0, by the way, you can test these on your own. Does 6 go into 20?
No.
That ends with a 0, so that isn't it. Does 6 go into 14? That ends in a 4. So anything ends with 4s or 0s. That's it. It's divisible by 6 if it's divisible by both 2 and 3. Or another way to say it, if it's an even number that's divisible by 3. Because 2 goes into every single number. Every even number that's divisible by 3, 6 will go into. Here's our example. We know this is divisible by 3, correct? Is it even? Yes. So if that's true, then if I take 222 and divide it by 6, I should not get a remainder. 6 goes into 22 3 times, that's 18. bring down my 2, 6 goes into 42 7 times. 6 times 37 is 222, and 222 is divisible by 6. How about 18? 6 going to 18?
Yeah.
That's not a brainer. How about 26?
No.
Why? It's even though. But 3 doesn't go into it, right? 2 plus 6 is 3. How about 112?
No.
It's even. Is it divisible by 3? 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4, and you got that. Very good. All right, next one. Actually, we're getting close to the last ones. 9. We don't do 7, we don't do 8, but we do 9. Something's divisible by 9. I'm just going to give you this one. 9 is again a sum of the digits. Now we don't have to write all that down, but if you add up all the digits and that number is divisible by 9, then 9 goes into that number. So, what about 111,111,111?
So just yes.
If you added all those ones together, you'd get
9.
9 goes into 9, so this definitely is divisible by 9. I won't do it, just take my word for it. 173. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 3 is 11. 9 doesn't go into 11. 27, 27, 27.
No.
2 plus 7 is 9, 10, 11, 18, 20. Add them all together, you get 27. Does 9 go into 27?
Yes.
So 9 will go into. Listen to me carefully, 5th graders. The only 2 ones that some of the digit worked for is 3 and 9. Not any of these other ones, so don't, if I ask on a quiz, what's the rule of divisibility for 6? You write down some of the digits, it will be wrong, it's not. 6 is this one. The only 2 that have some of the digits are those. And the last one we're going to do is virtually a no-brainer. That would be 10. You know that something's divisible by 10 if Colin,
It ends in 0.
yeah, if it ends with a 0. If it ends with a 0. For example, 2,300 ends in a 0. 6,502, no. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are the rules of divisibility. You are now slightly smarter than you were last year. The other thing I have to tell you this, listen carefully to this. The book also introduces something called short division. If it asks you to do short division, don't just do long division. It's really not any shorter, and it's not really worth. Let's just keep doing the long division, which is not really that bad. Verstehen? That means